Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Home Sweet Home Cooking. My name is Rocky, and today we're not in my mom's kitchen. We're on my mom's back deck. Starting this recipe later, we'll be inside of mom's kitchen. Pardon the darkness, I don't have any good lighting out here, and it's on the back side of the house in the shade. It'll get better when we go back inside. Today's recipe is something that I've seen posted on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. It's called pork chop casserole, and a special thanks to Tiffany Battles for giving me permission to use this. She posted this in another group. I saw the recipe, I thought it looked delicious, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna tweak the recipe just a little bit for me because it's a beautiful day. I wanna be outside, so instead of browning the pork chops in a pan on the stove, I'm gonna go ahead and grill them. So I'm gonna get the camera turned a little bit. And there it is. The grill. For pork chops, I chose a nice center cut pork chop. I think those are the better of the quality. So we got 6. And for seasoning, I'm going to use what I call my own, it's Mongo's Special Blend Fire Salt. You'll see how to make this in another episode. It's my own special blend of seasonings that I use. And I'm just going to, the seasoning's hot, so I'm just going to kind of go lightly. I mean, I wouldn't call it fire salt if it was bland, would I? And I'll go ahead and I'll throw them on the grill. The grill's been heated up already. And I don't know where you buy your meat, but my meat has 2 sides to it, so I'm going to go ahead and season the other side of the meat as well. And I'm just going to let these go. I'm going to let the crosshatch marks get grilled in there, then I'm going to give them a quarter turn. Then I'm about 2 minutes, turn them 2 minutes, flip them over to 2 minutes and give that side a turn 2 minutes. That'll give that nice cross-checking on the back. When these are done, I'll meet you back in the kitchen and we'll throw the rest of the recipe together. Pork chops are done on the grill. I've got those sitting over here. It's time to make the rest of the recipe. You're gonna need 1 can of cream mushroom soup, 2/3 cup milk, 1/2 cup of sour cream, some salt, some pepper, frozen hash browns, cheddar cheese, and some French fried onions. All you do, according to the recipe, is you mix the following ingredients together. First, which would be your soup. Use your favorite brand, make your own, doesn't matter. It's calling for cream of mushroom. Cream of mushroom soup does go fantastic with pork chops. 2/3 cup of milk. 1/2 cup of sour cream. I know some people don't like sour cream, but you know, this little bit in here is not gonna really be noticeable. It was 1/2 teaspoon salt. And if you really, I mean, there's some salt in the cream mushroom soup, so if you want to skip that, you might be able to if you're watching your salt content. And 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Give this a mix. You can use a whisk if you want, but it's coming together alright without. Be a few little chunks in there, which is fine with me. Thick. No need a whisk.
He traded me in for a younger model, but he got me again.
Yeah. They said my credit was no good for the younger model. I need more money for a younger one. Next is going to be a 16-ounce packet. Let me double check. Fold in, yep. Hash browns, 1 16-ounce package of frozen hash browns that have been thawed. So make sure that you leave these on the countertop. Gonna use your 1 cup of cheese that you set aside. It calls to use 3/4 of that. And 3/4 of your French fried onions. So you want to reserve some of the French fried onions as well.
For me to eat?
No, those are going to go on top.
Oh.
Alright, set those aside. And that's it. You just fold that in. Get the mixture all incorporated. Make sure the cheese is distributed. And this is going to go into a preheated 350-degree oven. We're not going to bake ours yet. We're just going to assemble it and wait till my dad's ready to eat. And so if you're doing this live time, you want that oven to be preheating. Like I say, we're just going to mix it up ahead of time and cook it later. Alright, I still see a few dry spots in the hash browns, so I'm going to keep mixing it. And have a greased 9x13 pan standing by. Alright, don't see any more dry spots. I see cheese everywhere, so that's going to be good. Spread it into an even layer. Okay. Next, it says to arrange, let's see. It says to arrange the pork chops on top, and later on you're going to add the rest of the cheese and the onions. I'm going to go a little bit different. I don't want the cheese to cover up the pork chops because I spent so much time, or spent the extra time to put grill marks on them. I want those to be on top, so I'm just going to put the cheese on top of the hash brown mixer because I do like cheesy hash browns. Alright, so got that going, and it did say pour into grease, cover with foil. Oh wait, yeah. Arrange the pork chops on top before you put the foil on. I did not cook the pork chops through on the grill. They are gonna bake in the oven. So I left them a little bit like al dente if they were pasta. They're just not fully cooked. Oh, get out now. And you can see why I chose to put those on the grill, to get those grill marks on there, because that looks good. So now I'm going to cover it with foil. And we're just going to let this hang out in the fridge until it's time to cook. When we get there, 350 for 40 minutes. After the first 40 minutes, you're going to remove the foil. And you're going to cover with the rest of the, you put the cheese on top and the fried onions, so we'll just be covering with the fried onions. And then you bake it for another 5 minutes, which normally would let the cheese melt. That would just let these crisp up a little bit on top. Make sure that you temp your pork chops before you take it out of the oven. They need to be 145 degrees to be safe eating. Some people say it has to be higher than that, but really, pork standards today, 145 is plenty safe. The pork you buy in stores is much more controlled than it was, so you're not going to get a lot of those same diseases and bacteria and things like that, and the trichinosis. I think it was trichinosis was the big one.
I think so, yeah.
So you're not going to get that in today's store-bought meat. Now, if you are using wild game, you might want to step that up to cook to about 165, 160. But I think for store-bought pork chops, 145 is perfect. So this is going to go in the fridge, and we'll come back to a shot of this when we're getting ready to eat after it comes back out of the oven. So 350 for 40 minutes, take the cover off, put your cheese, put the rest of your fried onions on, put it in for another 5 minutes, and then you bring it out and you want to serve it while it's nice and hot. I'm thinking that this is going to be like these cheesy casseroles, the cheesy hash browns at Cracker Barrel, which I think are fantastic. So if you like cheesy hash browns along the order of that, they might not be exactly the same, but I think they're going to be close. So I think this is going to be a meal that I really like. So I'm looking forward to this in a couple hours. I'll see you guys in here in a little bit. Oh, it smells delicious in here. It looks fantastic. This is gonna be a treat. Pork chop. Maybe some cheesy hash browns. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How does that look? The grill marks came out of the pork chops, get a nice little brown around the edges, get some browning on top of them hash browns where the pork chops didn't cover them. Oh, that smells delicious. Let's see. Meat and potato guy, I'm more of a potato guy, so we'll start with the hash browns. That's better than Cracker Barrel. You got a little bit of pork flavor. Pork drips, juice dropped down into here. And I didn't put any salt and pepper on it. That's right out of the pan. Are you kidding me? Cooked on the grill, then put on top of here. Oh, that is outstanding. If I do this again, I'm going to do this again. When I do this again, I'm going to go to the butcher and I'm going to request a thicker cut of pork chop because I want more meat with this. I just got what I could yesterday. I didn't have time to beg the butcher to make what I wanted or cut what I wanted. But this meat is definitely done, cooked through. This is delicious. I'm gonna stop eating, otherwise I won't be talking. Tiffany Battles, big thank you for letting me make this recipe. It is absolutely delicious. If anybody else has some recipes like this, please share them down below. This is exactly what I'm looking for from viewers and from why I go onto these other websites where I found her recipe. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and share this with your friends. This is a meal that they're going to want to make, that you're going to want to make. It's simple. So you don't have to do the pork chops on the grill. You can do them in a pan and then mix your hash brown mixture in the bottom, and this is delicious. Oh, I'm gonna stop eating so I can taste some more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.